70 tons of armor, ARMER, muscle, and weaponry stand between you and victory. Impossible odds? No, just another day's work for a 31st century MechWarrior pilot in this 3D action adventure. If you're a better pilot than your adversaries, you'll walk away with money, salvaged parts from the wreckage of the battle, and your life. Prove yourself in regular combat and you'll be ready to earn a full-force mech lance. With the weaponry, you'll need to take on the Darkwing, Scourge of the Inner Sphere. Do battle as one of 8 types of mechs on a variety of terrains. Make or break your fortune as a mercenary of the future. This is MechWarrior from Beam Software and Activision, released in 1993, part of the MechWarrior franchise, not to be confused with MechWarrior 3050, which I would say is a better game. But let's talk about this one for a minute first. MechWarrior, known in Japan as BattleTech, is a first-person action game for the SNES based on the BattleTech universe. The SNES game was based on the original PC MechWarrior with updated graphics that have Mode 7 for the BattleTech mission sequences instead of the PC version's flat shaded 3D graphics. It was followed by a sequel, MechWarrior 3050, which is played from an isometric view. The main character is a MechWarrior named Harris, whose family was killed by a group of rogues called the Darkwing Lance. Playing as Harris, we battled many enemies, tried to seek out the leader of the rogues while relying on intel from a host of contacts and allies at a bar on a nearby planet. In the end, the objective is to hunt down and kill the members and avenge the death of the family. The SNES version is unusual for several reasons. One is that the game featured a unique stable of mechs that were developed specifically for the game. Many share similarities or are clear variations of mechs from other games, but others are completely unique. We have no reception data for the Super Nintendo version. Let's peek at the PC version and see if there's any more interesting stuff. The game was ported to the Japanese Sharp X68000 and PC 98. And the story follows a MechWarrior by the name of Gideon Braver Vandenberg. His family has been murdered, and the chalice that proves he is the heir to his throne of his planet, Anders Moon, has been stolen. Without the chalice, he is exiled. So it's kind of almost the same thing. It was commercially successful. This version sold nearly 100,000 copies by 1997. And, yeah, I mean, what can the 3050 is better. You want my honest opinion. 3050, according to GameFAQs, is worth a 3.4. And MechWarrior is worth a 3.1. It is the 8th lowest rated Super NES simulation game out of 388 on the system. This is probably one of those games where if I had the manual, right, it would make more sense and be a little more easy to play and find my way through. But it just doesn't really work for me. I don't like the first person aspect of it. If I want to play a game about mechs, beating each other up, there's Front Mission, there's Zone of the Enders, there's probably some Gundam games that aren't too bad. None of those first person, of course, but just they're just better. Not that this is bad, it's just not great.